Hey, y'all. Welcome to another Wednesday podcast. I'm up close to the mic and I'm far away from the mic, but we are here again doing another episode. This is the podcast where we talk about everything positive, and I'm going to turn Heather's microphone down, or not microphone. Okay, let me breathe for a second, and we're going to start this over. Let me take the picture. Hello. Ew, that's so gross. Okay. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about our wins that we've had this past week. And the reason we do this is because positivity is such a powerful tool for our mental health, our physical health, and most importantly, our spiritual health. That is why every Wednesday, every Wednesday, Wednesday. Is that how you say it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, you'll find Wednesday. So, yeah, that is what me, Matt, and my wife and beautiful co-host, ultra gorgeous host Heather do every Wednesday. It's hot in my church office right now.
It's very hot in here.
And we just got done walking outside, but it was a nice, cool day. So we are going to be talking about positive things that are happening in our life. We encourage you to share positive things that are happening in your life with others. And yeah, positivity is awesome. And to be honest, a lot of times we can be negative. So why not have a positive podcast to listen to and to encourage us to do the same thing? So like every week, we want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel. That way, every Wednesday, you'll get the notification that says, hey, a new Wednesday podcast is up. You get to listen to it. So please, if you're on Apple Podcasts, click follow. If you are on Spotify or any other podcast platform, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that way you can hear all the updates happening in our lives and just hear a husband and wife selfishly talk to each other for 45 minutes to an hour about random stuff we have going on. So without further ado, we'll let Heather start us out with her wins of the week.
Alrighty. So my wins are I got a new Rapunzel fanny pack today. That's a win for me.
And it's one of a kind because it's the sample pack.
It's the sample that this girl that I follow had, and she said, do you just want my sample? And I was like, of course I do. So that's a super win for me. And I just read a quote. Oh, it's got music to it. Let's turn that off. Okay.
Copyright stricken.
I just read a quote that I really like, and it says, you can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days.
That's really good. That should be the motto of our podcast.
Oh, but then it's followed with, and that's why I'm booking my next Disney trip now.
No, we should not do that. Wow, this podcast sounds way different once you take your headphones off, because my ears are hot and I'm having to take these off, but okay.
I know, it's so hot in here, like I'm sweating.
It's good. It's a good sauna that I have two massive air vents in here, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think they did this on purpose to make me hot and sweat. So it's an encouragement for the preacher to get out of the office and go be in the world to help save souls. So, yeah. Anything else besides finding cool quotes and
we are going to the beach tomorrow.
A handbag. We are excited.
Family vacay.
And we will not be entering into the ocean water.
No. Sketchy stuff going on.
Thankfully, we are staying at a house. We're going to St. George Island, which awesome, by the way. It's
secluded.
Very off the beaten path, very secluded. It's only homes. There's no condos, I don't think. No condos.
I don't think so. I don't really remember.
It's just houses. So
we'll find out.
Yeah. And the house we're staying at is
a block
near the beach.
It's a block from
the beach, but it has a pool. So
we don't have to get into the sketchy shark infested waters that we've got going on.
/ orca infested waters.
Yeah, there's
Orca
the
whales
Gulf
too.
is becoming sketch.
It's not becoming sketch. It's always been sketch.
Well, it's more sketch than normal.
It's just because there's more information being put out than normal.
Oh, well, still. I never get in the water anyway, so I wasn't even worried about it.
Yeah.
Because I am your primetime hypochondriac of things.
Yeah.
So.
But we will be in water at some point. We have plenty of sunscreen packed for our very fair-skinned children and myself. So we will make sure we don't get sunburned, but we're going to have a nice little time. We're going to take Heather's niece on a graduation trip with us.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we're excited about it. And a great way to kick off Father's Day weekend. So Heather planned me a whole trip to go for Father's Day. She did that all purposefully. No, she did not.
Except I planned it for my niece, and it just ended up falling on Father's Day.
Yeah, and I got to finish up my build of my new gun that I got for Father's Day. I got a scope on it, and it's awesome. So I selfishly got it, but it'll probably end up being a deer hunting rifle for Georgia and Heather because it is left-handed. They are left-handed. I am left-handed. Poor Josie is not left-handed as of right now. But yeah, it is a cool AR platform rifle. So.
Oh, more wins.
Okay, another win for Heather.
Josie is
almost potty trained.
Almost completely potty trained.
Yeah, and she did it by herself. People may ridicule us or criticize us for the potty training style we have. We mainly just let them figure it out on their own. So we don't push it.
I don't do bribes.
Yeah.
The bribes don't work. They don't care for them.
We just kind of finally, Josie was like, can I just use the potty? And like one day she just
did it.
Went and took a slam on the little kid potty and was like, look, I did it. And we were like, great job. And
we didn't say anything to her. She just went and did it on her own. She does it all the time. And now it's just a natural thing. She just goes, oh, I need to go potty.
Yeah.
And and it's cool. So don't come to me for potty training advice because my advice is they'll figure it out when they're ready to figure it out.
Yeah. I was the same with Georgia. Georgia was 4 years old when she figured it out, but I mean, it only took like 2 days and she was sleeping through the night without having to use diapers or anything. I mean, whatever. They're both potty trained. So, that's always a good thing because we get to save a whole lot of money on diapers, pull-ups and stuff.
It's wonderful.
So another win for me would be I got a lot figured out on our house. We're in the process of selling it, and boy, is it an interesting thing. So we own 13 acres, and we have what people will say in Alabama is a trailer house.
It's a modular home.
A manufactured home.
Really fancy.
But it's a double wide. But it has, a lot of exterior upgrades. It's got hardy board siding and all this blah, blah, blah. But selling it has been a interesting feat. We got it under contract within like 4 days. And then
after it went on the market.
Yeah, after it went on the market, it went under contract in 4 days. And this couple buying it is trying to get a certain type of loan, which I've had to learn a lot about, the FHA process. And so we've had to shore up the skirting or the underpinning underneath the house. And it's been like what will pass, what will work. So we have a crew of guys at our house today, which is a lot of the reason why we're not there. Working. It's like 6 guys working to get it knocked out. And they're putting up a hardy board, cement board paneling type stuff around the bottom to shore it up and make it really strong, really sturdy, and be able to pass that loan process. So, that has been an interesting thing to go through and to figure out. I never even knew, when we lived in Oklahoma, we never even knew, like, you could do something like this. They're able to make this into real estate, which is cool. But yeah, all very interesting stuff. I like learning stuff that I don't know, which is a lot. So every day I learn something new, and learning out the real estate process. And not that I want to become a realtor, but I just like learning stuff. So that's been interesting.
Yeah.
Also, another major humongo not wind. We went visiting last night. Just something that the church that we're at right now, currently, we're starting, is actually started by a female member at this congregation. She put together a in-home group visiting process.
It's really cool, though.
Yeah. But the whole idea behind it is she is from a different country. She's from India, and she's lived in America for a really long time. She's an engineer and really smart and really spiritual and just a super awesome lady. Well, she, put this together through a spreadsheet and was like, let's go visit these families. Here's the different groups of people that are willing to go visiting. And the whole idea is we just show up to people's houses and pray with people, sing songs with people, read scripture with each other. And it's phenomenal. And to be honest, it's kind of, in my mind, groundbreaking. I've never been a part of that. And she's like, it's so crazy that this is not a huge concept here, because where I'm from, and her dad was a preacher, is still a preacher. She's like, this is the norm. Like, people just come over and you hang out and you just pray together and you sing songs together. And you just talk about scripture and godly things together. And she's like, it's so crazy in America how that's such a foreign concept of even just going over to someone's house, like knocking on the door and saying, hey, what's up? Can I come over? And they're like, ooh, no, my house isn't clean or something. And so it's been really fun. It's gone on for 2 weeks. This was the first week Heather and I got involved, and we took the girls over and went and we took her with us. And yeah, it was super fun, and it was encouraging, and just getting in one of those small intimate settings was just a huge win for me. And even though our girls were not used to it, and we don't want to fault them for being a little bit rambunctious last night, we put them in an awkward situation, so in a different environment that they're not used to, but they were troopers, and they'll get better as we continue doing it, and we're excited to do more. And Heather really crushed it. She had to deal with a 3-year-old who wasn't just super pumped, and she was playing with a pocket knife the whole time. So
she found a butane lighter thing and a pocket knife, and she was over there in the corner of the room opening and closing a pocket knife and trying to light this lighter, and I'm just over there picturing chaos in my brain.
But it was fun. Yeah. And I mean, Heather, she was a trooper, and it was really good and encouraging. And the person's house we went to was uberly encouraged, so it was fun.
Yeah,
I'd hope to do more of that. We're excited. That's about enough wins for me, I guess.
Yeah.
You have any more wins? Georgia got some new markers the other day, and she is on a coloring rampage right now. That's really cool. She got a notebook for...
She doesn't just like color, like free color. Yeah. It's more like those really detailed coloring books that...
What did we get that for?
Dance.
Oh, yeah. The dance prize was like this
really
scripture,
cool, detailed scripture coloring book. And
so she's been coloring like
spends
a crazy person.
A lot of time on each page.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because when you start breaking out the computer paper, and it just gets like a dot and then it's wasted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could put like so much more on this. And they're like, no, it's ruined.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
Yeah.
But Josie started coloring people for the first time.
Yeah, that was cool.
And she's never actually like colored.
She's never drawn
things.
anything.
Like she's never like attempted to actually draw something or people or flowers or anything like that. So for her to just out of nowhere yesterday morning to be like, I'm going to draw Mommy and Daddy and Jija and me and Cece. And she just went through and then she did Grandpa and then she did everybody else. And we're going to have to post a picture of her people because it's so funny and it's so cute because it's like her first ever attempts at people.
Yeah. So pretty fun stuff happening around the Jones house.
Oh, and then there's like the not so fun.
What?
Well, we ended a series that we now have to.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if I'm going to pick it back up when it comes back out in like October or whenever it comes back out.
Yeah.
Because I'm so upset. So I don't know about anybody else, but when you're watching a show and you get like really invested in the story and the people and the characters and the plot and everything else, then they go and change things. Mm-hmm. So we, side note, we always watch everything on VidAngel, and I'm sure y'all have heard this 1,000 times from us, but
it is if you don't know what VidAngel is, it is a screening software where it will take Netflix shows, movies, Prime shows, movies. I don't know
probably
if anybody
like
else.
Hulu or something.
Yeah, and it'll take those and screen out whatever you want to screen out.
Immodesty,
nudity,
bad language,
all of that stuff. So
bad content that you don't want your kids seeing, and then if you're a Christian, you don't need to be ingesting in your brain as well. So it just takes out all the bad stuff that you don't want coming into your brain. And so it's awesome. You do have to pay for it.
It's only $10 a month.
So that's not bad, but I mean, it's worth it. It is totally worth it because it opens up. You get to watch so many other shows. Like we watched recently 1823, or was it 1923? What was the year? What
1883, 1923.
Yeah, we watched both of those on it, so we were able to filter out whatever we needed to filter out on those.
Yeah.
We watched Outlander on it. We watched
a long time ago.
That was like 7 years ago, like 6 years ago, however long. Poldark.
Yeah.
But then I got mad at Poldark because Ross became a turd bucket, and so I had to stop watching it because I got invested with those characters, and he did Demelza wrong, so I'm not going to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
So
he committed adultery.
so I'm not watching it anymore because I'm mad at him. So now back to what I was saying about The Witcher. So or did I even mention it? I don't know if I mentioned it.
We watched the show The Witcher, which is a science fiction fantasy type show, kind of like a Lord of the Rings type of show.
It's based after a book, called The Witcher, and there's a whole series, like 6 books,
7
maybe,
books,
and
I think
one is a prologue that talks about the life of The Witcher beforehand and how he even got there and stuff, and so they made a Netflix series on it, and it's a really cool series. There's some scary parts in it. Yeah. I'll be honest. It gets scary, but I'm also a scaredy cat. And then there's other scenes that are bad, but if you're watching it on VidAngel, guess what? You can take those bad things out. But they're changing up the main character, the Witcher guy. So Henry Cavill, whatever his name. Is that his name? I think that's his name. He's the guy that plays the Witcher, and they're replacing him with Liam
Hemsworth.
Yeah, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm just not okay with it. So I don't know if I can watch it.
I mean, I don't know how anybody else feels, but it just seems kind of weird to change the main character of
And there's like mixed emotions
show.
of things. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't even look remotely the same.
It'll be interesting.
Like, they have zero familiarity. Their voices are not the same. Their looks are nowhere near the same. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's so weird.
So it's interesting. And we also watch shows that, yes, if you were to take the VidAngel off, they would be bad. But there are shows out there that are just bad shows that they lose the entire plot if you censor out all the bad stuff. So the shows we watch, even if you censor out all the bad stuff, there's a plot line there.
Yeah.
So like,
So you're not missing
The
out.
Witcher is about this half elven, half human girl. She's got a mixed bloodline that is supposed to be like prized, and she's supposed to be the one that helps change the world one day. Well, that's the whole idea. It's a lot like Lord of the Rings, where they have to take this ring and destroy it, and there's like this quest that they're on, and you follow along through this quest,
And there's
stuff.
people after them.
So there's love story, and so yeah, I would encourage, if you want to watch shows like that, and the girls don't watch that show with us. That is,
We watch that at night,
Yeah.
just me and Matt in our room. We pause it if the girls get out of bed
Yeah.
so that they don't go, "What are you watching?
Yeah.
Can we watch too?"
And we are very conscious of, not like we're trying to justify watching a show like that. We're conscious of, even if it's like censored out, and we're like, oh, that's a little bit too much. Me and Heather are pretty strong in our communication to say, oh, we better just stop watching this show now. Like,
Yeah.
before you get invested into a show or anything like that.
Yeah. Like, example, we attempted to watch Game of Thrones on VidAngel, like when we first got VidAngel.
So, yeah.
And it took an entire season 1 down to like 12 minutes. It was ridiculous.
It was just one episode where you miss whole scenes of a show. You miss a lot of stuff, and you're like, I don't even understand the plot going on, because their whole show was built around, if I can be open and honest, pornography. So
it was bad.
Yeah, so you can't even watch shows that, if they are, you can kind of, it's actually really interesting though, if you do censor shows, you can kind of tell how they're promoting the show. I mean, if you censor out all the bad stuff, and all that's left is like a random few dialogue sections, it's like, okay, what are they really trying to push in this show? So yeah, we're gonna be moving on. I started watching the Acolyte show on Disney Plus, which is pretty interesting. So
I'm not a Star Wars person, so I am like so lost on Mandalorian. I'm lost on all of them.
But we also like to watch YouTube. I follow like a few farming YouTube channels, so we watch the whole farming process, and then we watch people eat food.
Yeah.
A lot of food.
Eating challenge of people.
I was talking to somebody today, and they're like, that's gluttony. I'm like, well, I mean, throughout the rest of the week, they don't eat. But that one day, they do eat a lot.
Yeah.
So it's uh-oh.
Okay, sugar.
Here comes Josie's try. Okay, you got to say hello.
Say something.
Hello, Josie.
What do you want to tell everybody?
Do the clapping.
Do the clapping?
Well, you got to tell us something to
Tell
do
us
the
something-
clapping.
tell
Tell
us
us something
something-
good.
I love you.
Aww.
I want to.
Now tell us a joke.
Hold this jacket.
Oh, she said, hold this jacket.
Okay.
Okay. Now what?
Poop.
Oh, wrong one. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Hungry.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get you a snack in just a second.
I want chippies.
Okay, we'll get you some in just a little bit.
I want chippies.
Okay, and we will... Okay, go back out there. We're going to be done in just a second.
No,
Hey, there's no...
And we're back.
Anyway, so I had started saying all of that about The Witcher to ask this question. The books or the movies?
Movies. Movies, I'm a visual person.
I was so upset with
I don't
the
like
season 4 changing that I was like, I'm just going to read the books.
Good luck. You read the books all you want. I like reading books and I like reading stories, so I'd probably be into that. I love reading novels, so I would probably like reading, but I just, especially with this day and age being visual, I mean, it's hard to, I don't know.
Speaking of, something else I just thought of.
Yep.
Rings of Power comes back.
In August, I think. So
and we've waited like 2 years for that to come back on.
That'll be a fun show.
That was an awesome first season.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
And we tried something new this week. Churro Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
Not a fan.
Oh, I have a video to post of that.
I do
a Josie review for us.
Yeah. I do like, so I don't even know what a churro is, just a fried donut with a lot of cinnamon sugar. But I wasn't a huge fan.
I didn't like
I like
them.
the blonde or golden Oreo outside. Loved it. The inside, not so much.
Yeah.
It was just too cinnamony.
Yeah.
Cinnamony.
Well, it was also really grainy.
Yeah. Cinnamony.
They put in that the big chunk sugar in it, whatever it's called.
So yeah, not a huge fan. Again, still the OGs.
Yeah. I like the
what were the
peanut butter
ones that we were going to try? We saw, they had a Java
mint.
Oh, we should get like 5 different packs. No, we should take your niece with us to Walmart and everybody gets to pick out which one they want. And then we'll have a taste test contest.
Okay.
Whose is best? I'd pick the mint one.
I'm going to do peanut butter.
Oh, we went to the zoo last Friday. That was fun.
Oh, that was a win.
And then we went to...
I love the zoo.
Yeah, my favorite animal at the zoo is...
the new baby giraffe.
That was pretty cool, but no. I really don't know. The copperhead snake. I despise snakes, but you never see the copperhead snake.
Did you see its head poking out?
That was the first time I ever saw it.
Usually you can't find it.
Nope.
It's hidden amongst the old dead magnolia leaves.
We've seen everything
cage.
there 100 times pretty much, so it's just like an hour's worth of walking for us.
Yeah.
And then
it's worth it though.
We felt justified to go get ice cream. So then we went to the ice cream. What did I get? I got banana something. A whole lot of banana or something.
When we go to ice cream places, I need a t-shirt that says, ice cream's just okay. Please do not give me a lot. Because I asked for like a kid scoop and he gave me like this massive, he goes, let me give you your money's worth. And I was like,
looked at your husband and said, he's probably going to eat the rest.
And
so
I was like, but I really don't want that much ice cream. And it was the largest one scoop I have ever seen in my life.
And it's so funny. She gets the old people ice cream. What is it? Caramel praline?
The praline.
Yeah.
How is that old people?
I got
butter pecan is old people ice cream.
An old person literally walked in while we were leaving and said, "Can I get the praline?"
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, it makes sense. I like old people things.
I got the banana chocolate chunk and peanut butter, and it was delicious.
Sounds like our wedding cake.
And I didn't have peanut butter though. I usually get mint chocolate chip, but I just didn't. I should have. Blueberry cheesecake looked good too. I just like ice cream.
Yeah.
And then
I just like sushi. I could forego ice cream and just go get sushi.
Maybe. Okay, here's a question for you. And you need to be answering these questions to people while you're listening. All right. Question. This is a fun question. If you could choose one of your chores around the house to never have to do again, which chore would you choose and why? Never have to do the chore again. It would still eventually get done, but you just would never have to do it again.
Floors.
Mopping?
Yeah, I
vacuuming.
just sweeping, vacuuming, mopping. I just don't care for it. So, don't judge my floors if you're ever at my house.
That's why you get multicolored floors.
And the house we're moving into is like solid wood, dark colored floors. So everything's going to show.
Or just don't ever get a dog.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, our house stays cleaner a lot longer without a dog. And it just feels cleaner a lot longer. It may look like a pigsty sometimes, but it still feels cleaner. It smells better.
Yeah.
I like that new house smell. And it just smells like that all the time when we walk
I know.
in our
As
house.
soon as we walk into our house, it smells like fresh paint. Still. And we've lived there a year.
Yeah.
So that says something.
For me, it would be unloading the dishwasher.
Really?
I don't like bending over.
Yeah.
And then I don't like having to bend down to the bottom cabinets. You call me lazy. I just don't like doing it. I'll do everything else. I will mop the floors. I will vacuum. I will fold laundry. Oh, and I don't like putting away clean clothes. Weird. Weird.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, I don't like folding the girls' clothes. I don't mind folding mine because it's large. And there's a lot less items. But there's
little kids' clothes. That just never
worst.
ends. It just keeps going.
So, yeah, those are mine. That's probably what I would say.
Yeah, I'm just not into floors. It's so annoying.
I like floors. Toilets.
I don't care. Toilets take 2 seconds.
Get a wand.
Yeah. And if you clean your toilets once a week with a toilet wand, you don't have to really worry about them being dirty ever. Just side notes for you.
What are your top 3 fruits?
Top 3 fruits?
Did we do this already?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Top 3 fruits.
Yeah.
Strawberries.
Wait. Let's do it in a draft-like format. You get to pick one. I get to pick one.
Okay. Strawberries.
We can't overlap. Bananas.
Okay.
Our strategy now.
Plums.
Oh my, that is the worst.
I love plums and nectarines.
No, you can only
Are
get
they the
those
same
like,
category?
one's fuzzy, one's not.
No, that's peaches. Peaches are fuzzy. Plums and nectarines are not fuzzy.
Okay. Plums are purple.
Yes.
Well,
some
you
are red.
can have both of those if you want.
Okay.
I'm going to go with apples. All
Okay.
types.
Pineapples.
Mainly the crispy ones. Okay, so your top 3 are strawberries, plums,
And
pineapples.
pineapples.
That's weird. Mine are
Why is that weird?
bananas. Bananas, what did I say? Bananas. What was the next one?
I don't know.
Apples.
Apples.
Oh, and then blueberries.
Yeah.
Bananas, apples, blueberries.
I like when the packages on the blueberries say sweet batch. Except for Georgia hates the sweet ones.
Totally forgot about watermelon. If you live in the Colorado area and you're listening to this podcast, drive to Rocky Ford today and go find you a Rocky Ford melon or the yellow seedless watermelons.
They're the best
I've
melons.
never had a better watermelon or just cantaloupe or melon.
And they told us when we would go,
honeydew.
they'd be like, world's best.
Yeah.
And we didn't
the
believe
Target in
them.
Denver sold their
Yeah.
watermelons and stuff. It was unreal.
But then once we moved and we would try other melons, they just weren't the same. So I believe them now.
Oh,
Go
that's
to
one
Rocky
thing
Ford.
I miss about there. There's a lot of nice people in the church there that we would go and visit every week. But man, getting to leave, we would go and I would teach a Bible class, I would preach, and then we would have a meal together, and then we would leave, and we'd always, during the summertime, we would stop at the farmer's market stand, the produce stand on the way out of town, and it was the best.
Yep.
Yeah, that just reminds me of how excited I am to go to the beach. But we're about to have the battery die, so
No.
We've gone 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, hey, we are still on the network for the Ministry League app, Ministry League Ministry, I guess you could say. Feel free to download their app. It's super awesome. They have a lot of cool stuff. We take songbooks with us, but when we go visiting. But if people had the app on their phone, it would make it a lot easier. I wouldn't have to tote songbooks around. But download that app. There's devotionals. There's ways to connect to other podcasts like this, or even a whole lot different than this. Really cool things they got going on. And go on to the Facebook group. We're going to be posting cool stuff on there. We also want to see your wins. We'll make sure to put a post in there every week about putting your win on there. It's been a fun day. We have men's Bible study tonight, getting the house done, going to the beach tomorrow.
Things are just
Super
moving
pumped.
right along.
We're going to eat some seafood.
Yep, it's going to be good. I'm going to sit on the beach with binoculars and a bag of chips, and I'm going to be watching for sharks.
No.
I'll keep y'all updated.
I highly doubt it. She will be on the beach having to build sandcastles with our kids. Maybe your niece will be a babysitter. Great idea.
Whatever.
All right. So, and with that, we say farewell.
Bye.
Have an awesome day. Be positive. Encourage people in your life. See ya. Say bye again.
Bye.
Bye again.